Hello Jaguars! So for this week we are creating illustration logos using the Google application called Google Drawings. Now to use this application you do need a Google login account. So if you have not created one, go ahead and create one. If you have one and you are signed in, then you are ready to go. So once your Google account is open, you are going to go to the top right hand corner to this little square waffle looking icon that says Google Apps. So you click that, you go down to Drive. Once your Drive is open, you go to the top left hand corner to the button that says New. It has that little plus sign on it. Once that is open, you go down to more options, go over to the right, and then you have to find the application that says Google Drawings. You click it, and then you just wait for all the options to load. Alright, so once Google Drawings is open, then you can insert a photo, and with the photo we are going to create layers over it to create our logo. So if you already have a photo uploaded, you can find that photo by going to the insert option and then go to image, and then you can upload it from the computer. Now if you do not have a photo, then you need to go to search the web. Now since I like to take photos, I want my logo to be a camera. I like to use a DSLR Canon camera, so I am going to type in DSLR camera. And the first option actually works for me, so I'm just going to click that, make sure it's checkmarked, and then hit insert. Alright, then you have to wait for it to load. Once it is loaded, oftentimes it does expand it to be the size of the page. However, if this size is minimized and looks like this, all you do to expand it is you hit the corner node. The node is the little blue square. You click down. As you're clicking down, you drag it out to make it bigger. Perfect. Alright, so with a logo, logos oftentimes have layers, especially if there's a lot of details to the logo. So the first layer that I want is the camera body. So to outline the camera body, I am going to go click the select line option and go down to curve line. Once I have that clicked, you know that it is clicked when you have this little plus sign mouse icon. Okay, so once you have it selected, you are going to click the outside of your object. Now, say if you don't click on the outside of your object and you click outside of it, to fix that mistake, all you do is hit the select tool, just like that, and then the line is erased. Now, to start over, you just hit the curve line option again. Alright, now to create a layer, you click on the outside of the object, and you're literally tracing around it. Now, I like to click right before a corner and then right after a corner, because if you don't, it does morph the shape. So the more clicking, the better. Now, what you need to do is you need to find the end point. The end point is the start point. So mine is right here. Once it is connected, it will fill it in blue. Now, I need to create more layers, so what I am going to do is I am going to make the fill layer transparent. So you go to the bucket with the little drip, and then you are going to go down to transparent. So the layer is still there, but it is not selected. So you can keep working and create more layers. And then once you're all done with your layers, then you add color. So the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to create two circles. One circle is going to be the plastic covering of my lens. So I am going to go to this shape icon with the circle and the square, go down the shapes, and then hit circle. Then you click kind of where you want it to go. You can move it, so if it doesn't land where you need it to be, that's okay. once you have it on the page and you need to expand it or minimize it, you go to one of the corner nodes and go out. Now to make an oval, you will use one of the side nodes and go in or out. That will create an oval shape. But if you want a circle, just try to expand the corner nodes only. Alright, so now that I have the circle, I'm going to click the fill icon, go down and click transparent. Next, I am going to make another circle inside for my lens. Go down to shapes and hit circle. And just move this and expand it a little bit. And then I am going to go to fill and hit transparent. Awesome. Alright, next I want to create this little button. So I am going to use the circle tool and I am just going to make it into a small oval. Now it doesn't have to be exactly like the picture. It is your logo, so you are totally, it's like totally okay to have creative reign over this. Alright, so next I'm going to create those little highlights by using the curve line tool. Make sure it's clicked. Now again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Oop, and sometimes it might not click and then you might have to start over. So just make sure you see the blue line. Oop. And then sometimes if it clicks and it doesn't read right, you have to start over. So see that little black line? Just hit Control Z and then it allows you to start over. And then make sure to have the line icon selected. Awesome, so I like that shape, and honestly, I just want to do less work, so I'm going to hit Control Copy, and then hit Control Paste. And what happens is it just copy and paste the same object. Then I'm going to hit my Select tool so I can move this, and you can actually change the positioning of it and the shape by expanding the nodes out. So it's kind of a made up highlight, but that is okay. And then I might hit Control Copy and then Control V to create another one. I'm going to make this smaller and have it right under this one. Alright, so now I am ready. So now I'm ready to create the background. And for that I am just going to use the square shape tool. So you go to shapes and then hit the square. You click down and then you expand it by dragging the nodes out. And then I am going to make this layer transparent so I can add colors to the other layers. Alright, so next I am going to try to find my layers. And to do that, you have to move the background layer, but it's still there, it's just moved over. And then you just click where you remember the layer was. Alright, so now I'm going to make this black. So you go to the fill tool and then find black. Alright, next I want this to be maybe like a dark gray. So maybe like that. And then I'm going to make this a lighter gray. Maybe like that. Something seems a little off, so let me just move this to look at it. Okay, so there's actually another circle inside this one. So with it selected, I'm going to hit Control C, or you can go here to, I believe, let's see, copy. So you can hit copy and then go to edit, go down and then hit paste. And now you have two. So I'm just going to make this one a little smaller. Have it in like that. Perfect. Okay. So now this one I'm going to make a lighter gray. Awesome. Alright. Now I have to find the other layers. So for this, here, let's see. Okay, so I don't really need the picture anymore, so I have it selected and I am going to hit backspace to delete it. Okay, so I can't really find my other layers, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these layers back. To do that, you go up to your options, hit arrange, go to order, make sure the layer that you want to move is selected, and then I'm going to hit back. Alright, and then I'm going to do the same thing for these layers. Back. Back. Okay, still can't find. There he is. Alright, cool. So, I'm going to, now that I have this selected, I'm going to go to Arrange, Order, and then Bring to Front. Perfect. We might have to, bring these to the front since we do not see them. Go to Arrange, Order, and then Bring to Front. Do the same thing with this one. Arrange, order, bring to front. So now it is the front layer. Now when you move this, you do have to move them back. And I don't really know where the other highlight is, but that's okay. I'm just going to hit Control C and then Control V. And then we'll use this one. And then, I don't know where that little button, oh, there's that little button. And then we are going to go to fill and then maybe make it like a, actually maybe like a white, let's see. Awesome. Alright, next I am going to add color to my background. Go to fill, and then I might make like a purple, because it's like my favorite color. Perfect. And then I want my name, so I might do like Miss Facet somewhere. So to add text, you can go to this little text box right here, or you can go to, I believe, right here, insert, and then text box. You can also use word art, so let me show you. This facet. Awesome. All I did was I hit enter and it brought the text or the word art onto the page. Alright. Then you just do something like this. It's kind of basic. I can make it more fancier if I wanted to, but I am limited on recording time. So something like this, and then and you can like always move it and stuff. And say if you have a lot of layers and you don't want it to move on itself, I will show you how to make sure it all stays in place. I probably should have done that with the camera, but that's okay. Alright, so to make sure that this whole camera stays together, I'm going to move this layer first. If you don't move it, it just sticks to the other layers. Oh, what's this thing? Oh, awesome. Alright, so this, go to Arrange, Order. Oops. Order, bring to back. Let's see, then we have to bring this to the back. Alright, cool. Alright, so now to have this all stay together, you have to drag the click down outside of the object, go over all of the layers, and then go to Arrange and then hit Group. And then when you move these layers, they should stay together. Awesome. So again, this is just a basic one. You can make it more fancier by adding more layers. Once you are done, I always like to title my work, so I'll put logo, and then I go to File, and to save it, you can go to Download, and then you can make it a JPEG or a PDF file. I'm just going to go ahead and make it JPEG because a lot of social media sites, you can download JPEG files.